Shalom, Kol Haloyim Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. I want to start off here in the book of Proverbs 13 verse 12. It says, hope deferred maketh the heart sick, meaning it makes your mind sick. But it could get to a point where literally that affects your heart as well. So hope deferred maketh the heart sick. But when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. And so, knowing what we know, the more wisdom that we gain, the more this system prolongs, it does suck, right? But remember, the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come to pass. And as we're waiting, we have this hope of salvation, this hope that things are going to get better, that Yahushai will return. And we know it, we believe it, we have 100% faith in it. But it makes your heart sick, it makes you leery, it can make you anxious. And so I just wanted to really make a video of exhortation. And to be more specific, I'm just talking to different brothers and seeing different situations and just knowing what different Akim are going through. Including myself. I'm sure it's all of us, even though some are in more, I'll use the word, dire straits than others. At the end of the day, the solution to every single one of our problems is literally just Babylon being destroyed. That's it. Just Babylon being destroyed. This entire system just completely collapsing, being done away with, and Yahushua returning, and then finally righteousness reigning here on earth. And that's something to fight for. It's something to strive for. It's worth your heart being sick or your mind being sick or leery, because it's only but for a short moment, the scriptures say. But that's it. I'm not going to put out a whole bunch of brothers' information, obviously, but if you're a part of the camp, you should know what's going on amongst your brothers. And of course you as well, myself included, all of us, like I mentioned. We're dealing with things, and we have problems and situations that we're going through that can only be fixed with the destruction of Babylon the Great. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. I'm going to jump over to the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's talking about the nuclear destruction from World War III. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. That's only going to happen and can happen through those nuclear missiles from World War III, as well as the Bible. It talks about the chariots of the Lord returning and also aiding in that destruction, raining down fire out of those chariots. If you wanted to call it a beam of fire, some kind of beam, whatever, right? That's what this verse is going into. But even before that, you're going to have Jacob's trouble. When Jacob's trouble hits, it's going to be some kind of economic collapse. Your stock market is going to crash. And of course, everything else surrounding that, with confusion, with anarchy, no rule in society, right? Maybe some kind of grid collapse, who knows? But we need something on the scale of, I'll say your 9/11 to usher in all these things. And when that happens, there's going to be so much stress that just leaves away from us. It's just gone. So many things that we don't have to worry about anymore. The stress of bills, different family. Maybe if your woman is causing you some kind of hell, your job is getting on your nerves. You have a supervisor that's just, effing with you. Maybe you have co-workers that just get on your nerves. Whatever it may be. You actually have, you got brothers that are behind bars. Different situations like that. You got brothers that are paralyzed. Situations like that. If I didn't already say, you got brothers going through different ailments and things within their body that, at this point, it's at a stage where, listen, they need the kingdom too. Certain situations where only a collapse of this place is going to bring the solution, and then Yahweh Shai returning. So that's what we're looking forward to. That's why it's important to be speaking about prophecy. That's why it's important. Yeah, of course, the number one reason is to keep warning the elect, right? But it also, prophecy gives hope. Prophecy gives us a vision. It gives us something to look forward to. Knowing that there is a solution, there's an end result to all the problems that we're dealing with. Because we can't deal with them on our own. Just can't do it. There's no way. It's impossible. And through the Spirit, we've been put in these situations on purpose. Because these specific situations make us say, we need a deliverer. We need Yahweh Shai. We need salvation. And I'm kind of echoing the theme that we were going into on Saturday when we were teaching. Just thought it was noteworthy to bring it out again in one of these lessons throughout the week. This is verse 11. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So these things are going to happen. Despite all the troubles that you're going through, the different temptations, the different trials. It may be hard for you to fight something you're going through in the flesh. As long as you're striving for the truth unto death, you're going to be okay. It says that the Lord is going to fight for you. So knowing that the earth and everything here is going to be all burnt up, completely dissolved. It's going to be on fire. Babylon is going to be completely destroyed. How should we be acting? Even with all the problems we're going through. It says, in all holy conversation and godliness, meaning you should be conducting yourself with a holy behavior. You should be separate from this world, meaning your mind should be, you should be striving to conduct yourself the way Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are in the heavens. You should be striving to have their mindset here on earth. That's what it means to be holy. Our number one goal is salvation. Nothing else matters. That's the key to all of our problems right there. And you got to remember that and believe in it and use it as fuel to the fire. Use it as motivation to keep going. Like, yeah, I'm going through it right now. Like, man, things are bad, but they'll get better. That's why we put curses up on this place. You got to. You got to keep throwing curses up. It's not a negative thing. It's not you being a pessimist. And it doesn't mean that you're walking around angry every day. It just means that you understand that prophecy is the way. It's the solution. Prophecy is the key to everything you're going through. And that's a part of you. You throwing curses up is a part of you giving the Lord no rest. As it states, I believe it's in Isaiah, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Let me keep reading this. It says, verse 11, it says, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God. Yeah, hasting. And like I mentioned before, through the Spirit, that's why the Lord has us in these situations. It's situations where we just have to call out on him. We have to believe in him. And that makes us hasten the day. It makes us want to just pray for a few days. Oh Lord, please bring this to pass ASAP. Like yesterday, we need it. It says, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, the nuclear destruction. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Remember, it says according to his promise. And that goes back to verse 1. Hope deferred, it makes your heart sick. We believe in these promises. We know 100% that they will come to pass. But that hope, it can kind of eat at you. It kind of makes you anxious. That's when you got to just throw up a prayer woosah, take some deep breaths, do certain things that you know are going to help lower your stress. For myself, sometimes it's literally just simply going on a walk. I know other brothers like to get around water, which is great. Maybe put on some chill music. That's also what I like to do sometimes. Just put on some very relaxing like instrumentals every now and then. You have to do that and remember that these promises are coming. That the destruction of this place is going to aid in all your problems being fixed. That's why we got to keep going out there and prophesying, warning the elect. As we do these things, the Most High raises up the elect. He's just using us as teachers. That's why we can't stop. And we got to be grateful that he is using us, because there's a huge reward coming as long as we stay firm and hold the faith to the end. And that's that promise. So we're looking forward to the promise, and that promise comes with the new heaven and a new earth. Not the entire earth literally being destroyed and God and the Alahayim making the new one. No, it's talking about a refreshed earth. That word new right there in the Greek is kaino. It just means refreshed. That's all. And things will be refreshed. That's why we have this precept right here. Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. At that point, when the Most High takes down this system and takes the power out of Esau's hand and moves it into the hands of his only begotten son and the rest of the elect, the 144,000, starting with them, that's going to be that translation. Or that's going to be when this kingdom is translated, I'll say. A shift in power. That's when we're going to finally see righteousness dwelling here on earth, and we get that new heaven and that new earth, right? That's what this is going into. That's why we're bringing this out. But it all starts with this economy collapsing. And the Bible talks about it. In the book of 2nd Ezra, the 10th chapter, it says, the 15th chapter. We're not going to get it. But it says that the Lord is going to bring the same plagues upon this place that he brought upon ancient Egypt. Why? Because this is the new spiritual Egypt. It's going to go down in a very, very similar fashion, but even worse. Right? Egypt didn't see nuclear destruction, but they did get them plagues when the Most High delivered us as a nation. In these days, only the elect are going to be delivered from this spiritual Egypt. All right, let me grab one last precept. 2nd Ezra. Like I mentioned, this is the importance of not only just going into prophecy, but there it is, verse 13. This is the importance of going into prophecy and constantly just bringing it out, truly believing in it, putting your whole entire trust in the Lord, because there's no other solution. There's no other way out of the problems that we're dealing with, and that's okay. That has to be completely fine with you. This is 2nd Ezra 2, verse 13. Go, and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you. Remember, you hasten the day. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. So the kingdom's already prepared. All we have to do is continue hastening the day. Keep teaching, keep reading, right? Keep fasting, keep praying. Just keep doing what the Lord requires. Because I'm telling you, as soon as there's some kind of destruction, some kind of collapse, crazy earthquake, huge, massive tornadoes coming through, and just, we're talking about on a large scale to where Babylon is looking like a third world country, something like that. Not even that, it don't even got to go that far, although it will. But like I mentioned before, just something like what happened in 11. When something like that happens, the whole world is going to change. Our mindsets are going to shift. Our spirits are going to be heightened. Faith is going to be elevated at an all-time high. We're not going to be worried about the things that we're going through. Right? And that's what we need. That's what we're yearning for. We're hastening for that day. So, like I mentioned, just wanted to make a video of exhortation just to keep fighting. Keep fighting, keep striving for the truth unto death. Keep asking the Lord to increase your faith, because that's what we're going to need to get through these end days anyway. So hopefully this was edifying. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.